Hello and welcome to the Zebra Art Rehab Creative Chair Yoga Disability Pride Month edition. This wraps up our last chair yoga session for Disability Pride Month, and today is July 26th, 2024, and it's the 34th anniversary of the American Disability Act being signed, which was signed in July 26 in 1990, which issued a whole new wave of rights and opportunities for those in the disability community. And so we want to kick off our last session with a great celebration. Again, as a reminder, please make sure that you have access to a sturdy chair. If your chair has wheels, make sure they're locked for safety purposes. If you would like, you can practice with a yoga mat or on a surface that is comfortable to have them underneath your chair to prevent any slitting or sliding, or just to make that feel more grounded to you. Art supplies, if you want to participate in an art reflection activity at the end, so paper, markers, colored pencils, or any preferred materials for the activity. A safe place to set up to participate virtually and physically in class. And optional, you can use props, such as blanket, pillows, block straps, edge of a small table, booster, etc. I'm going to be using a desk chair to help with some of the poses, blocks, and a bolster, but you do what feels right in your body and what you need to adapt. And again, we will be having an art activity reflection activity at the end in honor of the Disability Pride flag. So I'm going to show you my main screen. And if you haven't already, please take a seat. Make sure your feet are planted on the ground. Your knees can be bent at a 90-degree angle. Your sit bones are placed in the middle of the chair so you're not sitting off the chair, or your back is not leaning up against the chair. You're sitting up as straight as it feels comfortable to you. Shoulders relaxed, jaws relaxed, your eyes are relaxed. You can keep your arms and hands on top of your thigh. And we're just going to take 3 breaths together to acknowledge the disability community, those that have come before us, those that are still living and are in the present, and those that will be coming forward in the future. So inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And one more time together, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And I invite you to continue breathing, finding a natural rhythm through your breath. And as we breathe in and out, we want to celebrate those that have made a difference in a disability community, those that should wear pride every day as they roam through the streets, informing others, spreading awareness, upholding rights, and also spreading joy and love and acceptance. And we want to celebrate all of that today. And keep that in mind as we flow through this practice. So we're going to start with some arm raises, and then we'll add some neck movement. And again, you don't have to, raise your arm all the way, or you don't have to add neck movement. You can do what feels right in your body, or you can just stay here and breathe. Okay, so I'm going to invite you into mountain pose. So bringing both of your arms out to your side. Your palms are facing the front of the room. Just taking a moment to recenter and ground ourselves. Inhale, lift your arms up and over as high as it feels comfortable for you. It's okay, there's a large gap in between your arms. If you want to close the gap, you can bring your arms more closer together. But again, it's up to you. However, as far as it feels comfortable. So on your inhale, we're going to lift our arms up and over. And then exhale, we're going to bring our arms back down to the side of our chair. Inhale, lift our arms up and over. Exhale, bringing our arms back down. And as we're lifting our arms up and over, just thinking about, you know, lifting up others. If you are someone that identifies having a disability or you're an ally, a disability community, loved one, family member, we want to honor and celebrate our the disability community by always continuing to lift them up, being proud, being prideful, just staying lifted. So again, continuing with the arm lift. Now, if this is comfortable for you, you can add some neck stretches. So when we inhale, you can lift your head up to the sky. And then when we lower our arms back down to the side, we can slowly tilt our head down, tucking our chin into our chest for support, looking at the ground, honoring our ancestors, the land that we are practicing on, and most importantly, honoring those within a disability community. And then inhale, we're going to lift up our arms while lifting up our head up to the sky, admiring the beautiful sky that is over us. And then exhale, lowering our arms back down to our side, and then tucking our chin into our chest. And then one more time, inhale, lifting our arms up, lifting our head up to the sky, honoring those that are out there, especially honoring those that are in heaven, those that may not be with us here on earth. And then exhale, we're going to lower our arms down to the side, tucking our head down, tucking our chin into our chest. And then our next breath, we're going to bring our head back up to neutral, bringing our arms out to our side, palms facing the front of the room in mountain pose. Taking a couple of breaths here to get recentered. And then next, I invite you to join with me in some leg lifts. And so which incorporates us lifting up one leg when we inhale, and then lowering the same leg down as we exhale, and then inhale, lifting up the opposite leg, and then exhale, lowering down that leg. And if you want, you can also move your arms and hands, tucking your hands underneath your thigh for support and lifting up that leg and then bringing that leg down. If you have a strap, you could use a strap as well. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to do a couple of leg lifts. And as we're doing this, I want you to imagine that we are marching. We are marching as it's a parade, we're in celebration. Um, Especially if you don't want to lift your leg, you can stay in mountain pose and just imagine that you were lifting up your legs, or whatever movement, joyful movement you want, because we are lifting our disability community up. We are joining in a disability pride parade through yoga, and we use whatever body part we feel comfortable in participating in this practice today. Okay, so if it's comfortable for you, I invite you to bring your hands underneath your thigh. So I'm starting with my right thigh. Inhale, I'm going to slowly lift up my right leg, holding it there for a couple of minutes, well, a couple of seconds. And then exhale, gently lowering my right leg back down. My foot's placed on the ground, and I'm shifting my hands to my left leg. So inhale, I'm slowly lifting up my left leg. And then exhale, slowly bringing my left leg down, my foot placed back down to the ground. And I'm going to do the same movement on the other side. We're going to do this 3 times. So inhale, lifting up that leg. And then exhale, bringing that leg down. And then shifting over to your opposite leg. Inhale, lift up that leg. as high as it feels comfortable for you. And then exhale, bringing that leg back down. And then again, on the other leg. Inhale, lifting up your leg. And then exhale, lowering your leg back down. Inhale, we're going to lift up our leg. Exhale, bringing that leg back down. And then one more time. Inhale, lifting up that leg. And exhale, lowering your leg back down. And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite leg. Inhale, lifting up that leg. And then exhale, lowering that leg back down. Okay, then bringing our arms back out to mountain pose, recentering our sit bones, recentering our feet on the ground, and recentering our breath. Next, we're going to add lifts, arm lifts and leg lifts together. So as an example, on an inhale, I'm going to lift up my right arm up and over my head as high as it feels comfortable. And at the same time, I'm going to lift up my opposite leg, my left leg. Okay. And then I'm going to shift. So inhale, I'm going to lift up my left leg while lifting up my right leg. Okay. And then again, inhale, lifting up my right arm while lifting up my left leg. And then one more time. Inhale, lifting up my left arm while I lift up my right. And bringing everything back to center, back to neutral. Okay. Next, we're going to do some side-seated bends. So side-seated bends. So I'm going to have a chair next to me, which is the length of my hip, to have some support. You can use the edge of a table, um, edge of a countertop, or what's next to you that's a hip distance, hip level, because you don't want anything that's taller than your hip or lower, just so that it's a good alignment and balance. And again, if you don't need the support as you're leaning side to side, you don't have to use one, but I'm just using this as an example. So inhale, lift your arms up and over your head. Exhale, we're going to lower our left hand down on the chair. And then we're going to use our core muscles to lean our upper body over to the left hand side of the room or whatever room you're facing. Feeling a nice stretch in our upper body. For me, it's my upper right hand side of my body that I feel a nice stretch, my right ribs, my shoulders. And we're taking a couple of breaths here. And I'm pushing down, my left hand is pushing down on the chair for support as I lean over to the left. And exhale to bring both of my arms up and over, and then bring both of them down to my lap. Now I'm able to move my chair to the opposite side of my body, but you're welcome to, change the way you're seated so that you're facing the opposite end of, your body that needs the chair support. So whatever is comfortable for you. Okay, inhale, lift your arms up and over. Exhale, I'm going to lower my right hand on top of the cushion of the chair next to me. And I'm going to use my core muscles to slightly lean over to the right hand side of the room. I'm going to stretch the upper left hand side of my body. So I should feel a nice stretch along my left rib cage, my upper left shoulder blade, just feeling a nice stretch. And again, if it's ever too intense, you can always bring your body closer to the neutral position to decrease or lower the stretch. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can always lean in closer to the other side of the room for a deeper stretch. And you don't have to have your arm all the way over your head. You can bring your arm as high as it feels comfortable for you because this is your practice. We're celebrating in your body, so you do what's best for you. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift our arms up and over, bringing our upper body back to neutral. And we're going to lower our arms back down to our thighs. And I'm going to move my chair over to my left side. We're going to do some chair twist. So inhale, lifting my arms up and over. Okay, exhale, we're going to twist using our stomach. Or our core, we're going to twist our upper body over to the left-hand side of the room, and I'm going to lower my arms down on top of the chair. Again, you don't have to place your arms on an object next to you. You can place your arms on the side of your chair for support. And taking a couple of breaths here. And when I'm ready, I'm going to inhale, bringing my arms back up to over my head, and I'm going to use my core muscles to bring my upper body back to center, then lowering my arms back down to my lap. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just bringing my chair over to the right hand side of my body, but whatever opposite side you haven't twisted towards yet, please make the adjustments you need. Inhale, lift your arms up and over your head. Exhale, use your core muscles to twist over to the right hand side of the room. Exhale, lower your arms down either to your lap or side of your chair or on top of a supportive object. Again, I'm using a task chair to support my hands and arms on, but you do what feels comfortable for you if you need support. And taking a couple of breaths here. On your next inhale, we're going to lift our arms up and over our head and use our core to twist our upper body back to center. Exhale, lowering your hands back to your thighs. And I'm going to move my chair back where it was in the room. And we're just going to reground ourselves in mountain pose, making sure our feet are safe on the ground, our sit bones are placed in the middle of the chair. Our knees are bent at a 90-degree angle. Our thighs are hip distance apart. Our arms are out to our side, palms facing the front of the room. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Okay. And next, we're going to transition into eagle. So with eagle pose, I invite you to bend your arms at the elbow, okay, into cactus arms. And we're going to slowly bring our arms together, which is going to bring them forward in front of us, and then having our arms, front of our arms touch each other and our palms touching each other as well. So it's going to look like this. I'm just showing you an example off to the side. And you can we can bring our legs together. So the sides of our feet, the sides of our legs, sides of our knees are touching. And we're just gonna do a little squeeze. So when you inhale, we're gonna squeeze our arms and legs together. And then exhale, we're gonna release the squeeze. Okay? And then inhale, squeezing our arms and legs together, and then exhale, releasing that squeeze. One more time, inhale, squeezing our arms and legs together, exhale, releasing that squeeze. And if it feels comfortable for you, inhale, lift your arms up higher, and then exhale, bringing your arms down lower. Inhale, bringing your arms up higher, and then exhale, bringing your arms back down lower. Inhale, bringing your arms up. Exhale, bringing your arms down. And then we're going to bring them back to neutral. It's going to be the middle of our chest. And then you can separate your arms. So bringing them back out to the side into cactus arms. And we're going to extend our arms out to the side. And we're going to do some self-love hugs, which act as cat-cows. So inhale, you can bring your arms backward, bring your shoulder blades together, opening up your chest, looking up at the sky. Exhale, we're going to slowly round our spine, dropping our head down to our chest, bringing our arms in front of us and having them cross over our body. So it looks like we're giving ourselves a beautiful hug. And in celebration of Disability Pride Month, we always want to encourage self-love and spreading that out to our community, especially in healing the parts of us that we may not be prideful of. We want to make sure that we are bringing that love and celebration to those areas of our body that we want to send love to. And sometimes the areas of our body is in our mind. Okay, maybe it's a part of us that's hidden. It's not a lot of people know that it's something that we try to hide. And it may be something that's obvious, everyone can see, and we're still learning to accept it. We want to bring that love in towards heading that way towards the things that we need more acceptance and celebration towards. And then inhale, bringing your arms back to neutral, out to your side, bringing your upper body back to a neutral seated position. We're just one more time on your inhale or your next breath. We're going to arch our back upwards, bringing our head up to the sky, opening up our chest, bringing our shoulder blades back, our arms back, admiring the beautiful sky. And then exhale, we're going to round our spine, bringing our head down, tucking our chin to our chest, bringing our arms in front of us and having them cross over so our hands land softly on our shoulders, welcoming that warm, beautiful embrace. And again, sending love to the areas that need more celebration, more pride, more joy, more acceptance. And also sending that energy to those in our lives, especially if we're an ally of the disability community, sending that love and acceptance and celebrative energy to those that we encounter or that are in our lives today, because we want to make sure that we give them our support and we're cheering them on. And when you're ready, you can bring your upper body back to neutral, uncross those arms, bringing them out to your side, and exhale, lowering your arms back down to your lap. Just taking a moment to breathe. And as we prepare for Shavasana, which is the resting part of our chair yoga practice today, now, you are welcome to grab blankets. You're welcome to grab any blocks or pillows. I have a bolster here, which is like a long pillow that they use in yoga for many different poses or it brings many different benefits of support. So just going to plop my feet on the bolster, but you can use anything that you have at home, like books, um, pillows. And I'm just going to scoot back in my chair and bring my back towards the back of my chair for support. You can also put a pillow for your back to lean up against or add a cushion underneath um, your bottom if you need more support, especially if your chair is hard. And I'm going to place my arms and my hands on my lap. You're welcome to keep your eyes open, lower your eyes down to the floor or to an object that's comforting to you, or close them, whatever feels safe and comforting. And we just want to get into our breath. And as we are breathing at our natural rate, we want to take time to honor and celebrate um, all of the great benefits that the Americans Disability Act, which was signed in July 1990, has brought in the disability community. It was a start of something that paved the way for a lot of different programs, a lot of different laws, a lot of different opportunities for those with disability community. And even though there's a lot of progress that needs to be made, especially for this generation, just honoring that achievement and then many more achievements and milestones to come. And like one of them is Disability Pride Month and honoring the flag that was created. The flag has multiple colors. And so I want to take the time to encourage you to silence out any noise, any thoughts that are going on in your mind, and to imagine the disability flag. Imagine that image. With the disability flag, it has a black background and it has different color stripes. Okay, white, yellow, blue, green, red, and they all represent a particular disability. Okay, because there's many different types of disabilities in the community, especially ones those that have not been identified or diagnosed. Um, and the flag also honors those who have passed away, that are no longer here with us. So we want whatever image comes to mind of what you imagine a disability pride looks like to you, or, and bringing that image up in your mind. And let's take a moment of silence to kind of reflect and really pinpoint what that flag means to us in this moment in time. So continuing to breathe in and out, still imagining that disability pride flag. Now that you have an image in your mind of what it looks like, imagine yourself holding the flag, or maybe someone else is holding it for you, or maybe you have it plopped down somewhere next to you. And imagine that you are waving that flag, or someone else is waving it for you, or maybe the wind is waving it for you. And it's flapping around back and forth. Imagine how that feels and what that looks like for you as we continue to breathe. And as the flag is flipping through the air, the sky, imagine that that flag is growing bigger, it's growing larger, and it's filling up the space in the room. Some of you might imagine that the flag is being wrapped around your body or your mind, or maybe it's wrapping around those around you, um, or objects that represent, um, you know, what disability pride means to you. Just being creative, letting your imagination take over as we continue to breathe in and out. Imagining the flag, disability pride flag flowing through the room. And as the flag is wrapping around, getting longer and bigger, imagine that this flag represents a part of who you are, and imagining what that part of your identity is and how that makes you feel as we continue to breathe in and out, in and out. And when you're done imagining the flag, you can imagine that the flag is growing back to its normal shape and size so that you're able to hold it again or be able to place it in whatever hand or container that is holding it for you. And we just give it a moment to let it be, being mindful of how Disability Pride Flag is settling in our body, and how this image, what feeling this image brings. Now imagine yourself picking up the flag again, or having someone else pick it up for you, and giving it to someone that you want to send loving kindness towards. You want to encourage them to celebrate, to find joy, and to find what disability pride means to them. It could be a loved one that you want to have the flag and to carry on the celebration. Could be someone you don't know, maybe someone you don't like, or someone that you want to get to know more, but you know, the first thing that you want them to learn about is disability pride and how we as a community accept various types of disabilities and embrace it as a culture, a history, and as something important that needs to be shared throughout this earth. And as you place that flag in that person's hand, sending them love and kindness, I want you to imagine sending yourself back that energy, that love and acceptance, and flowing with that energy throughout the rest of your day because how you feel about yourself reflects off of how others view you or feel about you. Because how you feel about yourself, that will always last longer than any external judgments, validation, or anything that people could say, because how you feel comes first. And remember to continue to breathe in and out, in and out. And one more time together, in and out. I welcome you to continue resting in Shavasana and whatever pose you have chosen to rest in, or you can bring yourself back to the present by wiggling your toes, your fingers. If your back is against a chair, you can slowly lift yourself back up to neutral. If your feet are plopped up on an object, you can remove that object from underneath your feet or from underneath or from your behind your back, whatever was helping you to rest. And we're just gonna wake up our body. I'm swaying my body side to side, keeping keeping my head and my legs still and neutral, just moving through my core, swinging my body side to side, but whatever is comfortable for you. You can rock side to side if you don't want to move um, your core, keeping your hips and everything neutral, but finding that movement through your core. And I'm going to pause to center, bringing my arms out to the side, mountain pose, regrounding. Inhale, lifting my arms up and over my head, bringing my palms together, lowering my palms down to heart center, and taking a couple of breaths here to honor everyone who has participated in this practice, and a grand honor to those in the disability community. Sending you loving kindness. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace, and may you continue celebrating disability pride and sharing that energy with others. Thank you so much for coming out and watching this video. You can stay and participate in the art reflection activity. I'm going to move closer to you. Again, you can pause this video if you like to grab your art materials. Okay, all right. So again, we're going to do an art reflect activity reflection. If you don't already, make sure you have a blank piece of paper. It's okay if it's used or recycled. I love scratch paper. Any writing utensil. So if you only have a pen or a pencil, that's fine. You can use colored pencils, markers, crayons if you have access to that. And today we're going to just do a reflection that surrounds the disability pride flag. There's an image on the right-hand corner of the screen. And again, as I said earlier, the flag has zigzag stripes that represent different types of disabilities. And the background is black to mourn those that have passed on. So let's take a moment to think about what the disability pride flag means to you personally. Consider how it relates to your identity, experiences, and the recent chair yoga session that you just we all did together. Again, if you are someone who's more of an ally of the disability community, you can also, do a self-reflection of what this means to you as an ally. And on your paper, quickly draw or sketch the disability pride flag. Write a word or a phrase that represents how you feel about the flag and what it symbolizes to you. Okay, we're going to take a couple of minutes. You can pause this video and just do a quick sketch. Doesn't need to be perfect. Also put on music to soothe and continue relaxing. All right. And when you're done with your sketch, take a couple of minutes to take a brief moment to look at your artwork. Again, we're not critiquing. And think about the feelings and ideas you've expressed through your drawing. So, looking at it with non critical or non judgment eyes, how does your artwork make you feel? And especially since it's a disability pride flag, how does it represent, you know, what it means to you in this moment and what it symbolizes? And as an option, you are always welcome to share your quick artwork with the group or on social media with hashtag Zebra Art Rehab Reflection. And again, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for participating in Disability Pride Series. You are welcome to replay these videos, like and subscribe, and share with others. And again, I want to wish you lots of love and kindness to those around you and to yourself. Thank you.